So you may have noticed a couple of common themes. Number one, we're not about suits and ties. And number two, we're about work. So when you're looking at our executive coaching program, you need to understand a couple of things. First of all, it's not just how you do work, but actually what work you do. Because we're going to talk about your performance at the office, right? We're going to talk about your performance in exercise, and we're going to talk about how nutrition impacts all that stuff. Because here's one thing I've learned after more than 20 years of professional coaching. Most of that where I was just working on my clients' stuff in the office. Everything else is what makes or breaks it. I've had so many high performers, so many millionaires I've worked with that failed because of stuff that wasn't in the boardroom, stuff that wasn't at the desk. Either nutrition, meaning that they didn't have enough energy over a period of time, or they got sick, or they got hurt, or God forbid they died, got cancer, right? Exercise, they weren't doing things that can make them better. So here's how it really works. We have a habit-based system, meaning there's no gimmicks, there's no special sauce, there's no miracle things. It's just how does your brain deal with change? What does science say about that? And what does my experience as a coach for 2+ decades say? It says this: one, what really counts to you? So we always start with what is essential to you, what is most important to you. And usually those things, whether it's freedom or strength or courage or resilience, whatever those things are, it doesn't matter to me unless it matters to you. So we start there. That's the foundation. And that's why this is called values-based mindset, fitness, and nutrition, because all three for you professionals are absolutely how we're going to grab as much performance as possible. Once we got the values, which quite frankly is how I can hold you accountable. I can't hold you accountable to goals if I don't know the values that are the foundation for those goals. The values that when you get off track or distracted by Instagram or Facebook, or God forbid some adversity happens, like maybe you've got a cast on your arm when you love mountain biking, how am I going to hold you accountable if it's just about a number? It's got to be about stuff that counts, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hurt you are, no matter how excited you are. I have to know, and you have to know, what is essential. Then we build habits, right? And it's not going to be sexy all the time. Some of it's going to be little stupid things like, hey, I'm going to schedule an hour every week as a CEO or as a high-charging business professional or as someone who's a mom of 4 and runs a company. I'm going to ask you and hold you accountable to take an hour each week to think. And that thinking doesn't involve electronics. We're going to test these habits. We're going to have FaceTime sessions. We're going to work on nutrition habits. We're going to work on your exercise. I don't care if you're a member of the YMCA, if you go to CrossFit, or if you mountain bike all the time. We're going to talk about, does your exercise, does your nutrition, and does your mindset at work, do they all integrate with what's most important to you, which are your values?